Besides, I've seen the way you all drive.
Oh.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
It was nice of your folks to let you join them in Hawaii.
Yeah, they've never ignored me on an island before.
David, you listen to me. Now, they want the three of you to start over from scratch, so the least you can do is meet them halfway.
I'll try.
Why? Balance!
Rose, why don't they just carry 13 in each hand?
Excuse me, I have to make a phone call. Group. Am I right? Am I in? Am I a nun yet?
She watches a lot of Jeopardy.
No. You look at each one and tell me what you see. It's a standard test used by psychologists, but we find it useful.
Get one. I am very susceptible. I have low resistance. I have a tendency to be anemic, right, Ma?
You're a hypochondriac.
That too. Stay away from me, Rose.
Will you hold still? If you don't let me finish, I'll never get this dress ready by Saturday.
If I get near her, I won't need it on Saturday. I'll be home in bed.
Dora.
I think you dated anyone before Charlie.
Actually, it was while I dated Charlie.
Rose Nyland, you were in a love triangle and never told us.
Well, I didn't think you'd be interested.
Oh, but you were certain that we would be interested in the story about little Yemeni, the boy who was raised by a wild moose?
What am I gonna do? My God, I'm hallucinating. I see
Little something for you.
My ring.
I didn't want you to sell it. Not like this.
How did you know?
Well, I called while you were out. Sophia told me what happened, so I went down and bought it back.
Stanley, you didn't have to do that.
I wanted to do it, Dorothy.
Hi, girls. When did you get back? Oh, a few minutes ago. What a day. I'm exhausted.
Oh, where'd you go?
Bermuda. Only Richard had a last-minute appointment, so it was just me and the kids. Oh, we had a terrific time, though, swimming and playing and talking. They're lovely children.
Does this mean you're going to marry Richard?
Yeah.
Hi. Tell me, how'd the class go?
Oh, not so bad, really, although it was harder than I'd expected. But I'm sure that in time I'll be able to master the technique and absorb the subtleties.
She stunk. But the teacher said I was a natural.
Rush, it's not like you have a date tonight.
Ma.
It's not like you have a date any night or any day.
Look, Ma, when I find somebody worth going out with, I'll go out with him. Now, will you please stop nagging me?
Nagging? Is that what it's called when a mother wants a little happiness for her daughter?
Ma, I'd like to finish these glasses before Gloria gets here.
Your sister's not...
So that's the story. The car is not available, but Blanche Devereaux is. I can't believe that I've been hustled. Boy, if I wasn't a teacher and accustomed to abuse, I'd leave too. Really? You know, I'm a teacher myself. No kidding.
And now I can afford some accessories for it.
Like a purse?
Like an aviator. Here, let's just put that lucky ticket in my jacket pocket for safekeeping till tomorrow.
I think we really ought to go out to dinner to celebrate.
What a great idea! I'll go freshen up.
Me too.
I'll get my purse.
Here.
I don't believe I did this, and I hate his name. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna be Dorothy Zbornak.
Ah, come on, pussycat, look on the bright side. At least he's got a full head of hair.
Blanche, I didn't know you went out. Are you coming back from a date?
You know, Dorothy, sometimes you can be so cruel.
Honey, if you didn't have a date, how come you're so dressed up?
Well, I sat down and tried to think of a surefire place to meet men. It was so obvious, I couldn't believe I hadn't thought of it before. The hardware store.
Yeah.
Hi. Tell me, how'd the class go?
Oh, not so bad, really, although it was harder than I'd expected. But I'm sure that in time I'll be able to master the technique and absorb the subtleties.
She stunk. But the teacher said I was a natural. Ooh,
want to do it.
Ladies, I'm afraid I don't have the time now. I'm doing another project in town. I have to meet with the director to discuss the nuances of the character I'll be portraying.
Oh, I think I read about that. Aren't you playing a tangerine in a television commercial?
Yes.
Oh, how excited.
Mattered?
George, promise me you'll never get your teeth bonded and run around with stewardesses.
I promise.
You swear?
I swear.
I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Catering the affair.
Well, he might be able to take me, but my date for the evening is Hunter McCoy.
But what about Jake?
What about him?
Well, Jake has to take you to the benefit. I mean, you'll be there, he'll be there. He'll expect you to be there with him. How could you do this?
Well, Rose, you make it sound so terrible. It's not. Jake.
Now, what are we going to do about Emily?
Dorothy, nobody can do a better job of raising this baby than we can.
Fine. But if she's going to stay another couple of days, we better get some more diapers and some food.
I'm thawing some pork chops.
Honey, she only has 2 teeth. How's she supposed to eat a pork chop?
My Uncle Lester had only 1 tooth.
It's very nice to meet you, too.
Dorothy's done nothing but talk about you for weeks.
Rose.
Every time she mentions your name, she practically glows.
Rose.
I think she's really very smitten with you.
Rose.
He's a priest, isn't he? Since it's opening night.
I'll give it to him.
Well, why should you give it to him?
Well, haven't you heard that old theatrical saying?
No.
Never accept a rose from somebody named Rose on opening night.
Evening, ladies.
Oh, hello, Patrick. I got you a little something in honor of opening night.
Well, thank you, Blanche. That's very thoughtful.
I'd be perfect for this job. You see, I am the battered consumer. I drive a gremlin, for God's sake.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Will you accept the test?
You bet.
One of the most important parts of this job...
Cool as a cucumber, thank God.
Ma, you woke me up.
It's time to take your medicine anyway.
I just took my Coke.
Arnie wants me to go away with him on a cruise to the Bahamas.
Oh, and you're upset because he wants you to pay your own way?
For 30 years.
What makes you such a medical expert? The doctor prescribed those pills, and I only take them when I need them.
Have you ever considered the possibility that you might be dependent on them?
Are you calling me an addict? Well, I really resent that. You think I can't do without those?
Strongly recommend.
Yes. I owe you a beer.
I'm gonna go make a few phone calls. I'd like to see some friends before we go back tomorrow.
Where are you going?
Back to school.
Flying?
Yeah.
You'd be safer hitching.
Oliver, don't start.
Hey, I'm a test pilot. Who knows better than I what goes on up there?
Oliver,
How much do you think these meals will cost?
Well, that depends. You want something simple or fancy?
We want something cheap.
I admire your honesty.
I admire your chest. I mean, exactly what kind of meal are we talking about?
Lime jello with pears or fresh lemon meringue pie?
Pie.
We don't have any. We never did. Now we're even.
Oh, any luck?
What?
I was terrible about this whole situation. That's why I did all those things to him.
It was you all along.
Except for the boil. That was just luck.
Gladys, we've got to go. Listen, ladies, if there's anything that I can do for you to...
Dorothy, what happened? Tell me, what did he say?
Nothing. He said exactly what everyone else did.
Oh, no. That's terrible. Oh, Dorothy, I am so sorry. I thought surely he'd find something, so you'd at least have a name for this thing.
Oh, let's not talk about that. Tell me about your day.
Oh, forget about my day.
Honey, be reasonable. Now, why won't you give the bear back?
Because he belongs to me.
He does not belong to you, sweetheart. No, he belongs to Rose.
She gave him to me.
But, honey, I had no right to do that.
You mean you made a mistake?
Yes, that's all it was, just a silly mistake.
And
Sleeps only in the daytime.
I know, and then at sunset she makes a big pot of coffee and sits up all night with that gun.
It's better than having that dog, as long as she doesn't wet the floor.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, girls, I am so excited. Now that Al's retired, we'll have so much time together.
He's really pretty special to you, isn't he?
Oh, he's more than special. I think I'm falling for him.
Birthday.
So you see, everybody bends the truth now and then. It's not a crime.
But I lied to Kirsten. Now she hates me for it. Then tell her the truth. I can't. If I tell her the truth about the money, then she'll find out the truth about her father.
How was your lunch with Jamie?
It was magical. We talked for hours all about George. How George loved me, how George could never take his eyes off me, how George used to have to save his money so he could buy presents good enough for me. Oh, it felt so good talking about George. Almost.
My roommate's Dorothy. I'm glad.
How do you do?
Hello there.
Pleased to meet you. Tell me, Buzz, is Buzz short for something? No, actually, it's not an unusual name in St. Olaf. Everybody in my family is named Buzz.
Oh, Buzz and I are going out to lunch.
It's work.
Oh, I've missed you.
And I missed you. I wish you knew how much.
I'm not letting go. I'm never letting go.
Come on, Rose, come on!
I'm trying.
Well, try harder.
There you go, honey.
Because I'm good with names?
Rose, try again. She's in bed 6-8. Now hurry. Come on.
Okay, let's fill this out. Please. And you are?
Sophia Hawkins. You got the message? We got the flowers.
Come on, Ma.
Well, I also told her that Rose and I are getting out of the sandwich game. Well, when we went over the books, the profits weren't quite what we expected.
Tell me, is Blanche back yet?
Oh, she's in the living room.
Thanks.
Unless, of course, the Japanese come up with something. Here you go. Come on, here's his name and number. My God, what handwriting doctors have. I can't even read this, and I just wrote it.
Here it is.
Thank you, Oliver.
How'd you gonna know it's not chicken soup?
Oh, Blanche, you look gorgeous. Shut up, Rose. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess.
Stop!
The minister's here.
Oh, I need perfume.
Oh, perfume. Come on, let's...
Much. I've never seen so much of everything in my whole life. I went to Bloomingdale's, the store. I swear St. Olaf could fit into it. I went to the top of the Empire State Building. You know what I don't understand? How come the fall didn't...
Rocco's bag.
Where did Rocco get all this money?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. The next time we go to the Colonel, I'm getting all white meat and a biscuit. I do not believe this. I'm telling you, there are thousands here.
How could Rocco have this much money? Flying on television in front of 1 million people?
People lie on television, Dorothy. They do it on 60 Minutes all the time.
He's a married man running for election. Why would he say he had an affair if he hadn't?
I'm sure I don't know. And I also don't know why you just assume I'm guilty. Can you give me one good...
Hey, don't you look lovely?
Thank you. I have a date.
Oh, I see. Anybody I know?
His name is Robert. He lives in a castle.
A castle? Oh, that's very exciting. Would you like some help with your makeup?
Okay.
You know, I used to go out with a Robert. His father owned the movie house.
My heroes, come to my studio. We will make a beautiful sculpture together.
What about Blanche?
Well, I will still see her, and she doesn't have to know about you. How about tomorrow morning at 10?
Oh, that seems so dishonest. I mean, Blanche is a dear friend. It would be a betrayal.
Here I am, Laszlo. Did Rose manage to keep you entertained?
Yes, I find her charming.
At the banquet. It looks beautiful. I look beautiful. Everybody looks beautiful. Suddenly, Charlton Heston walks in dressed like Moses. And he tries to part the dessert table. And when that doesn't work, he rounds up all the guests and leads them to the lingerie department of the... We're talking about the aliens from outer space.
Oh, those aliens. Get out, both of you.
Dorothy, now have a heart. Rose and I rented that movie Aliens, and it just scared us half to death.
Scared me too. That Sigourney Weaver's a sweet girl, but she really shouldn't go without makeup.
I don't have time for
Look, it's my marriage. I never should have come here in the first place. That was a big mistake. We'll be out of here first thing in the morning.
You ready for a breakout? Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna go out back, get some fresh air.
Well, won't the neighbors see you?
Just a gentleman friend paying a visit. Of course, it would look better if one of you were out there with me. Come on, Dottie.
What do you mean, come on? If you want me to do you a favor, you ask me.
All right, I'm asking. You don't have to bite my head off.
You're a You wait your turn.
It's a postcard from my daughter, Rebecca. Girls, can you believe it? After almost 4 years, my baby's coming to see me. I'm so happy I could cry.
Blanche, you are crying.
Admit it, Rose. You work for Allied Intelligence. The man said he wants to lie naked with you on a beach.
Well, sure, and I wrote him I want to make passionate love to him in a hammock, suspended between two magnolia trees. You know, that couldn't possibly happen.
Well, maybe if you lose a few pounds.
Shut up.
Well, what do you think?
Ma, this is a rundown old concession stand.
You can't live here. We're not living here. We leased it.
It took every dime we had. It's more than something you really want to do. Anyway, I've always regretted missing out on that one night of history. Oh, Blanche, I never got to see them. And the closest I'll ever get is Beatlemania. It's not really the Beatles, but it's an incredible simulation.
I'll take you to a hotel. It just cheapens it. I guess we're doomed.
Let's talk inside. The thing is, I've never done this before. Bring someone home.
I understand.
Have to stink. And if you stay and work at it and everything turns out, you'll have a place to visit when the things at home really get to stink.
I just can't, like, come here whenever.
You can just, like, come here whenever.
Well, I don't mind the garden, but it's like the vacuum.
You were the one who told me to get a life.
Well, I didn't mean mine. I didn't know you were going to come in here and just take my place away from me. I would never do that to you, Dorothy. Do you see me going down to sing at the library? Well, do you?
Blanche, I'm sorry.
I didn't tell you my really good news.
Better than the dead mother-in-law?
Yes. George's younger brother, Jamie, is flying in tomorrow from Charleston to help settle my part of the estate.
You and Jamie were close?
Well, we were classmates in high school. I thought he was cute, but of course I could never date someone from my own class.
Morning, ladies. Hey, the way you leave that back door open, any idiot could walk in here.
And the idiot did.
So, Blanche. Ba-ba-ba-boom, huh?
What?
Last night with Ted. Cha-cha-cha. Tango, tango. Ole, ole.
Why are you so cranky today?
I'm not cranky. I'm gassy. I had one of those Weight Watchers broccoli au gratins for lunch. Boy, that stuff's murder. I'm surprised Lynn Redgrave has a friend in the world.
Aren't you suddenly the life of the party? This place gives me the creeps.
Well, look, Blanche, see how much fun everybody's having?
Yeah, right now, but wait till they hear Glenn Miller's dead.
He's not dead. He's missing.
Stop complaining, Blanche. Look at all the available men here. Oh, Dorothy, I'm glad you're home. I was just upstairs poking around in the attic, and look what I found. Your grandmother's antique kaleidoscope. Here, take a look.
Ma, you must really think I'm stupid.
What, we don't have an attic?
I am not falling for this. It's another one of your...
As well as I get along with those kids, they need you. They're growing up without you, Richard, and it's hurting them. And right now, the most important thing should be the children. Not getting married. And not Gresham on the coast. And not trying to squeeze in a week for a honeymoon. Oh, no, there was something about him that turned me off. I think it was the way he cleaned his ears with his keys.
Hi. You're home early. Did you enjoy yourself?
Not really. Miles' friends are all college professors. Yes? Yes, she does. It's the police. There's been an accident.
You promised me you wouldn't drive alone. Blanche, not now.
If not now, when?
Blanche Devereaux.
Wait. You haven't established a motive.
You want a motive? I'll give you a motive. That woman gave Kendall her room key. I saw her do it. Her plan was to seduce him to a grief.
I think so. But you know what would make me feel even better than this?
What?
A kiss. A New Year's Eve kiss.
Oh, I don't know.
In memory of my late wife.
When you put it that way,
In both
I'm here.
destiny
I'm standing here, and he's standing there, and I actually love him. I love the man, and not out of desperation. Dorothy Zbornak has finally conquered her desperation.
Dorothy.
I do. And the candles, it was beautiful.
And the Mass was in Latin, a fine old Italian language. Now, who knows? Sometimes it's in English, sometimes in Spanish. If you ask me, they should go back to Latin, the language Jesus spoke.
Ma, he spoke Hebrew ever since I was 15. That and having major surgery and telling me about it 2 days later. Sometimes she didn't even need the surgery.
That's guilt.
Well, the days of my mother making me feel guilty.
That's it.
Look, it would be wrong for me to keep quiet and just let you go off with this guy when I know you're going to be hurt.
Look, Dorothy, you've had your say, but I do not agree with you, so please just stay out of it. If you're trying to help me, you're just kidding yourself. Darn it, I forgot my lucky silver dollar.
What do you need that for?
To get lucky.
well, I can't believe it. It was only yesterday you were selling us cookies.
Now she's giving them away.
Mary, honey, have you told your father?
Well, I tried, but since Mom died, I don't know. We're just on different wavelengths.
Well, honey, what about the baby's father? I mean, after all, it's his responsibility, too.
Hard name to forget.
Oh, I know what you mean. The Wigglers were a very revered family.
Yeah, until the scandal.
Oh, it was just terrible. The Navy came to town to take bids for a big submarine contract. They said they wanted 3 submarines built for around $1 million. Well, Phineas said he could...
Driving away the birds with that noise. You know a real song?
Do you have a buck?
It had to be you.
That was Sal's favorite song.
It had to be you. It had to be you.
My test is in 2 weeks, and I do not want to blow it.
You'll pass, you'll pass.
I don't want to pass. I want an A.
You're the same as you were in grade school, A's. You always had to get an A. Your brother thought a book was to sit on. You always had to get an A. Good night.
Good night, Mom.
If I breathe in it...
Rose, whatever it is you're thinking, it isn't true.
Good, then George Bush isn't married to his mother.
Boy, that was easier than I thought.
This lock has been tampered.
Dorothy, you just have to believe me.
It's not enough that you have had half the men in Dade County. You have to have everyone else's man. It is pathetic.
I have just never felt so betrayed in all my life. All right, I haven't been a good friend to a lot of people, but I have been a very good friend to you, Dorothy. And you take...
Oh, well, whatever.
Ladies, you're forgetting something?
What?
Mrs. Claxton, we can't keep her.
It'll last me another 40 years.
It was the haystack.
What?
Our first kiss. It was at night, and the air was crisp, but you were wearing a blue and white striped shirt. And we were in a haystack.
Yes, that's it. But you said you couldn't remember.
Well, I guess I just needed a little help.
What are you doing in there? Painting the Sistine Chapel? Whoa, pit stop. All the years of love and companionship, Fernando and I are meant to part company. I'll just have to accept that. Time to time, life deals you an unfriendly hand. There's nothing you can do about it. I guess there's a lesson to be learned here. Sometimes life just isn't fair, kiddo.
No guarantees, no miracles.
Dr. Taylor, you are not going to dissuade me from having this surgery. You see, all my life, my physical beauty has served as a source of inspiration to me and to countless others. But now that beauty seems to be fading, and I'm scared.
Ever loved. Now he's gone. I'd like to have the music box.
No.
Fine.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Walk out, just like the last time.
What are you talking about?
You didn't even say goodbye. I woke up one morning and
I'm not happy with my Zabayonis.
maybe you just need a push-up bra.
Blanche, Sabaglione is a traditional Italian dessert. It's my Uncle Angelo's favorite.
Yeah, my brother, he's quite the scungiascarora.
Or even I'm here.
Well, it's just that we did so many restaurant sketches on The Carol Burnett Show. I was waxing sentimental.
Oh, by the way, I'd like you to meet my mother, Sophia, Blanche, and this is Rose.
Yes, it's me, Lyle Wagoner.
Rose, Blanche.
How about a game of hide and seek?
Sure! Yeah!
Well, how about you, Norma?
Isn't that outfit a little young for you?
Come on, Norma, let's go. That boy hates me.
Oh, no, he doesn't, but he...
It is later the same day.
Hello? Oh, hi, Abby. I guess I owe you a little apology. You do? Well, yeah, I'll be right over. What's this? Oh!
Ma, stop that!
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Stanley, what do you want?
I want you to turn on your TV. It is almost 6:28.
What's happening in 628?
You're going to find out why Stan Zbornak is now a very rich man.
She's right. You know what you do for a bad neck? You get into bed and lie perfectly still and wait until it's over. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not a bad neck, that's bad sex.
Hi, Mom.
Michael, I can't believe it. Oh, honey.
From a service station across the street. Our farm was just down the road from.
Rose, honey, have you been washing the fruit off before you eat it? Listen, we have a decision we have to make right now.
Well, actually, girls, Rose is right. I am much taller. I just appeared in the dream this way to make a point.
Oh, Daddy, you always did know the right thing to do. Do you really think Jonathan and I will be happy together?
Rose, all you can do is follow your heart. No one can predict the future.
We have a lot of work you have to do at home.
I don't want to lie.
When you get home, we'll make you clean out the garage.
Thanks, Blanche. I owe you one.
What if I got gorgeous for nothing? What if Tony doesn't even notice me?
Well, that's his hard luck.
Go to all this trouble, Rose. This is, delicious.
Even the eyes. Have you tried those eyes?
Oh, no! You ate the tail before we had a chance to make a wish.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I couldn't help myself. It was all so delicious.
What is going on here?
I'm looking through the personals to find myself a man. Remember what that is, Dorothy? It's an animal. Kind of like a woman, except that it's got a...
Ma! I know what a man is, but I tell you, I would never look for one through the personals. You know why? Because I have standards. I have intelligence. So sorry. She should not have done that.
Well, I have to go talk to David. I feel just awful about this.
This is like the long day's journey into light.
Night, Rose.
Night, Dorothy.
Just walked in.
David!
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a winner! Couple number 29!
That's me.
I won!
Just a minute, it's not over yet. It looks like we have another...
Did I just lapse into Swedish? Read it and weep.
Tales of Tunda the Tiger and His Friends by Hans Christian Luckerhoven. Well, who's Hans Christian Luckerhoven?
Only St. Olaf's greatest author. He wrote the classic fairy...
I couldn't be intimate with just anybody.
Oh, yeah, what about the guy who painted our address on the curb?
You make it sound like it was a one-night stand. He'll be back when it's faded.
Honey, Mel's probably just bit.
It's true. Charlie was the only lover I ever had, and my first time was on our wedding night.
Get out of here.
Oh, back off, Blanche. Not all of us are classified by the Navy as a friendly port. What if we cut you in?
What time does he eat?
Girls, come quick, baby just collapsed.
25 grand in 10 seconds? Now I know how Johnny Carson feels.
You can tell a lot about a man by the way he drives.
You know that's true. Sometimes Stan couldn't even get the key in the ignition.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Hi, Miles. How was your evening?
Oh, it's terrific, Dorothy. We saw a marvelous production of The Glass Menagerie.
Oh, that is one.
Accentuates the many folds of that turkey-like neck.
Well, that may be, but the pearls draw attention to the non-existent bosom.
Well, it's volume 7 of the encyclopedia.
My mother talked me into getting her the new Stephen King.
Well, we do have the one that came out last Tuesday.
Well, as long as it's not about some little creature who finds new and inventive ways of terrorizing.
Where are the Ural Mountains?
Well, Blanche. A pot of lip gloss and a tube of Maybelline can't help you now, can they?
Who needs you anyway? Hey.
He's probably the worst lover I've ever had. I'll get the ice cream.
I'll get the cheesecake.
I'll get the Etch-a-Sketch. At my age, I need a visual aid.
We're all invited to a book signing party. Well, I can't believe she ever read a book, much less wrote one.
They're here. Oh, I just hope Magda is nothing like Stan.
Dorothy, what am I going to do about my sister coming? By the time she leaves Miami, she'll be more famous here than I am.
Honey, only if they close. And suddenly she'll turn to me and say, "Why are you staring at me? I've been wanting to pick my nose for the past half hour."
Well, Dorothy, I live by one simple rule. Share your love with people today, because they may be gone.
Oh, God, I don't know how to tell you this. Oh, it's about your mother. Ma. Oh, my God, I'm a dog. I think he ate your mother.
Ma! Some attack dog. He hid under the table, peed on the floor, and ran out the back. Bless Ida Perkins every time he sat down to eat a baked potato.
When did you leave the home, Mrs. Perkins?
Oh, maybe a year now. I don't really keep track.
So what made you decide to leave?
Decide? Some things in life you never get to decide. Some things just happen. Bill has film in it. Oh, I'll bet these are the pictures from Charlie's last birthday. I took most of our savings and I bought him a couple of acres of the most beautiful land in Minnesota. Oh, girls, you should have seen the look on his face when it was delivered.
I have a big announcement to make. As my mother has undoubtedly already told you, and the rest of Miami, for the past 6 months I've been seeing a doctor named Dennis.
That's your big announcement? You call your doctor by his first name?
Ma, he's her boyfriend. He just happens to be a doctor, okay?
Fine, what's the point?
My load is not being loaded. I will never, ever take you shopping with me again.
Fine. I'll shop at the mall by myself, then I'll be able to pee when I'm good and ready.
Dorothy, you found a dress for the banquet. Oh, you just
Double hockey sticks.
Oh, what language. My ears are burning. Rose Nyland, you know what you are. You're an A1 first class all-around nerd. Oh, honey, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Oh,
Did you buy it?
No, I couldn't sell my car to Rose. She's my friend. My great-granddaddy always used to say there are two things you never sell to a friend, a car and a slave. Because if either one of them quits working, you'll never hear the end of it. Of course, they hanged my great-granddaddy. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have. What do you give me for it? Now, wait a minute. Don't think I don't know what you all are getting at. You think the advice I gave was bad just because it devastated 4 lives.
Blanche, when are you going to realize you have to be responsible? This isn't a game. You're playing around with the emotions of real human beings.
I've made a decision. I'm going to go see Tony.
Don't do that. Now you have him right where you...
No fun being stood up, is it?
Listen, mister, if you're looking for a quick score because you think I'm down, then you can just think again.
As a matter of fact, I was looking for a little sympathy. Got stood up myself tonight.
Really?
Cross my heart. What's left of it.
Oh, good to see you. Look just wonderful. So do you. Come on in and meet my friends. This is...
Wait, let me. She's attractive, witty, and great fun to be with. This must be Dorothy. And she's smart, sexy, and stylish to a fault. This must be Blanche.
Did I get it right? You're a real goober.
Oh.
And don't think I wouldn't say that right to her face. Of course, I'd have to stand on a chair. It's her, isn't it?
Now, Dorothy, don't you be mad at Rose. She's only saying what... Rose, excuse me, we'll get back to your fascinating hospital story later.
Ted and Lucy said that we could have the baby again next month when they go away for a weekend.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited.
Hello, everybody.
Blanche, what are you doing here? Is something wrong? I mean, we didn't expect your
answers.
Well, I'm ready for the reunion. What do you think?
Oh, Pussycat, I think you haven't changed a bit since your prom.
Really?
No, I'm lying. Gee, why do you press me on these things? Hey, what'd you talk about?
Oh, art, literature, world events, life. I haven't had that stimulating a conversation in years.
Now, Dorothy, if you're saying you can't get stimulating conversation around this house, I beg to differ.
I can't believe it. It says here that since Michael Jackson can't buy the Elephant Man, he's now put in a bid for the remains of the Big Boss.
King of God, I made a little promise that if he got me through this operation alive, I would tell you the truth about how I got this hernia.
You mean not from lifting up the sofa?
Oh, please, it's wicker. A few of us gals thought it would be funny to put Gladys's VW on the lawn while she was having her feet sanded.
All night talking.
I'm going to bed.
She doesn't feel like talking.
But I got chocolate macadamia nut cheesecake and rum raisin ice cream.
Oh, all right. Start cutting, you scoop.
Ah, that's my girl. So, did you decide what you're going to do?
No. Oh, my luck. Watch.
For the moment, only for you to feast your eyes on the great Alfonso. The great Alfonso. Seymour.
Hello, I'm the great... I am the great...
Alfonso.
What?
Hold the stand. Just wheel these to your room.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hi, Sophia.
Sam, how are you doing?
I'm feeling real good today.
I know, your strength's coming back. You wheeled yourself all the way down the hall.
Excuse me. Rose, really. I'm fine. I've been having accidents since I was 2 years old. This is not a major crisis. You don't have to worry about me.
Well, it's hard for me not to.
I know. That's because you're a worrier. I remember when you were 6 years old and Dad got you that puppy for your birthday. You worried because you thought her paw...
I do think Jake did a wonderful job. Where is he, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. Probably out in the kitchen.
There he is, over by the dessert table.
Oh, he looks great in his tux.
Hunter, would you be a dear and get me another wine spritzer?
Of course.
Girls, I want you to do me a great big favor.
What is it?
Stanley, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind? You're ruining the biggest thing.
Ask him to come along with me.
He's not a thief. He's a thoroughly changed man. See for yourself. He's gone.
No, I'm scared. I don't think the curse is over yet.
Dorothy, you don't have to rationalize to me. You want another glass of wine? Take it.
Oh, my goodness, I haven't been hugged so much since VE Day, which was a kind of tricky because, as you know, we lost.
Angelo, you're even handsomer than you were your last visit.
Thank you. I've been plucking, eh? See, I got 2 eyebrows now.
Oh, I see your point. Well, what about this? Miami is nice, so I'll say it thrice.
Right, who the hell says thrice?
It's a word.
So is interuterine.
Walk away.
Ma, that's not the good Lord, that's Kenny Rogers.
God, Kenny Rogers, tomato. The point is there are others you can help. All those people on our route, they depend on us.
You know, Ma, you're right.
And I must say that helping always makes me feel better. You want to come, Rose?
Oh, no thanks.
Look, the exterminator said that you came in through a hole under the sink. Please, that's the way I'd like you to go. Oh, good boy!
You have the gift!
After you three stooges.
Come!
Oh, Gloria, I just made a very important decision I think you should know about. What is it, Ma? I decided to stay here in Miami. I had to. She begged. It was...
The kid said she'd kill anywhere we even stepped on her property. We used to call her Mean Old Lady Hickenlooper.
Yeah, kids can be pretty cruel.
No, that was her name, Mean Old Lady Hickenlooper. She had it changed legally because everybody called her that.
Then how come your name isn't Big Dummy?
This is it, Sophia? You dyed your hair?
Rose, my hair is gray. It's been gray since we met.
Boy, that is gradual. Oh, darling, I'm just glad you're okay. I have had the worst day and a half, and it's all because of that dumb detective.
Ma? Pop, come on, you're gonna be late for the party.
We'll be there in about an hour, darling. Oh, Salvador. Dorothy,
On Sunday?
Rose, Gina's going to be with us for a week. Let's not have all the really big fun right away. Blanche, this is my friend Jean.
Oh, I'm so glad to finally meet you, Jean.
You too, Blanche.
Dorothy has told us so much about you, I feel like we're bosom buddies.
Ma, not a word.
Whatever those tests show, we're here for.
Dorothy, give me that.
The two merry widows.
Hit it, Blanche!
If you added up all the times that we did what he is doing right now, Blanche still should have been home 15 minutes ago.
Where are you going?
To either get ice cream or commit a felony. I'll decide in the car.
Tell them how you feel. Only just make sure after it's all over that it's brought you closer together, not further apart.
who are you, Mr. Spock?
I think you mean Dr. Spock, Sophia.
They're both real smart and they've got big ears, so don't get technical, okay?
I am speaking from experience.
We are facing some long, painful, hunger, pang-filled nights.
Who wants to lick the spoon?
I do.
Maybe we could just change our hairdos.
Now, we cannot do that, Dorothy. I'm still trying to recover from the last time. Remember about same time of year 2 years ago was that little...
Well, Dorothy, I guess we're sleeping together tonight.
Ma, I have a better idea. In my suitcase, there are 2 tickets to Aruba. I think Stan owes us a little vacation, don't you?
Aruba! I love Aruba! Where's Aruba?
This is exactly like the dress I wore to my Sweet 16. It was always Big Daddy's favorite. Oh, there he is now. Now listen, girls. My father is an old-time Southern aristocrat who is used to fine manners and gentility. So please, please, please.
Now that I see the two of you so much in love, I realize I was just being selfish. Ma, I want you to be happy. And I know Pop would too.
course, Vinny. Well, he must have overheard everything. He's the one who blabbed your secret.
Then you never betrayed me?
Of course not. You're my sister.
Angela.
Sophia.
I don't believe this.
I think it's sweet.
Yeah, well, she's not getting mine.
She's not out of Monkey Stand. She's out of money.
Come on, let's go.
Out of money, is she? Well, how ironic. You're broke and I have all the money I want. Not to mention my self-respect.
Have you noticed that Rose has been acting peculiar?
Yes, Blanche, from the first day I met her.
Well, I mean since she's been getting ready for her daughter's visit. I think it has something to do with her will.
But she's just excited about seeing her daughter.
No, I think it's more than that. You know how she said she was nervous?
But that's it. No more clues. My lips are sealed. Oh, come on. Think about it.
I don't care who it is. I mean, it could be the King of England. I don't care.
No. England doesn't have a king. Try Saudi Arabia.
Look, all I can think about are my test results and how to keep this gown closed.
Why, many times that first time. Many times. You did? You didn't? No. Oh, it was nice. I mean, being near Charlie was nice. But it was 5 years before I knew what made your eyes go back in your head.
Rose, are any of your relatives named Psycho and Psycho too?
Anyway, Big Sven picked out a bride for Little Sven, and now he's flying him over.
Oh, I don't know. It seems so unfair to me, an arranged marriage.
Oh, I don't know, Dorothy. I think it can be fun. George and I had that kind
Jump on the Easter season. I have a new idea for a great novelty. It's a decorated Easter egg with a little window in it. When you look into it, you see a beautiful Easter scene.
Well, that's not a new idea. Those Easter eggs have been around for years and years.
Yes, but this one leaves a black circle around your eyes.
That practically screamed.
I got it in my hair. It was hitting me like pellets. I got a piece of rice in my eye. She could have put my eye out.
Well, I never had food like that in my life.
Now, I spent a summer in Italy 4 years ago. I never ate this well. Of course, I never ate. Who had the time or the energy, if you get my drift?
And I say, what do you think you're doing? She says, she thought Cuneo, the bookmaker, was in the Santa suit. And I say, that's a lie. Well, we have a big fight about it. She denies the whole thing, and we never speak again.
Oh, Aunt Angela, come on. That was 30 years ago. Don't you think you should talk to her?
Where am I supposed to sit again?
Oh, anywhere you damn well please. What the hell difference does it make now? Oh, so first you were a teacher, and then you decided to become a priest.
Actually, at first I went to medical school for a year. Then I quit.
Well, if it ain't the kinfolk.
Ma, where did you get that outfit?
I bought it.
The one who won the tickets.
Yeah, well, my mom's the one who's bailing us out.
I lost Butter Queen. Haven't I suffered enough?
We'll draw straws.
No.
We'll flip a coin.
No!
Sophia, we had this all settled. Now try and be understanding.
Understanding, I came down here to bail you out and you're still not letting me go?
Ma, will you stop complaining?
Back to the chow wagon for the lunch rush.
Yeah, we'll just leave you to your negotiations.
Before we go, can we get you some milk or some double stuffed Oreos?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Boy, he's tough.
Have a seat, boys. Look, I've read and reread your list of demands.
Break the Kraken.
Oh, I'm going to do something crazy.
All right, now you just simmer down here, mister. Sit down here. I want to talk to you. Dorothy, listen, I know this isn't easy for you, so I'm going to let you in on a sorority secret that was passed on to me at Miss MacGyver's finishing school. Now, whenever you feel you're about to lose control, just take my hand and give it a little squeeze. I guarantee you'll feel a...
Morning, Blanche. Can I get you some coffee?
Dorothy deserves to know what kind of a person Elliot really is. If you're her friend, you'll tell her. Thanks for the advice, Rose. Now Dorothy's not speaking to me, and I'm not speaking to you. Now you can get me that coffee.
Blanche,
I know it doesn't feel like the kids about you.
Really?
Oh, not about us, about you. About how you knew their father. They found it unbelievable.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that you and I finally met.
Oh, I thought you meant they wouldn't believe there were any dinosaurs still around from World War II.
Speaking of dinosaurs...
A mother is someone who raises you and loves you and is always there for you. I don't need any more proof than that.
Me neither. I raised her. And I was the one who got her through that awkward period. The 50 toughest years of my life.
Oh, no thanks. I'm doing what we all should be doing. Dieting for the Bachelorette auction next Saturday.
Not all of us. I told you, Rose, count me out. Now, even if it is for charity, I am not going to stand up there and allow myself to be sold to the highest bidder like some Holstein cow at a livestock auction.
2 minutes. And please, keep it down.
Don't worry, Doctor. Thank you.
Oh, God, Dorothy, look at her.
It's the surgery. Nobody looks good after surgery.
Tell that to Cher.
Please, Ma, not now.
No, Dorothy, you're wrong. I know...
You and Eddie?
We talked a lot between shows, and of course I didn't realize it, but he was falling for me. Didn't have far to fall. It started with little things.
I bet.
You just implied that I'm an old lady.
Oh, well, honey, I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it flat out.
You know what your problem is, Blanche? You can't stand a little competition. Which is why you tried to keep this whole thing a secret from me.
Well, I noticed you're here too, Dorothy, so you tried to keep it a secret from me. Hi, girls.
Sorry for.
Dennis. Hello, Mother Dorothy. I can't believe you'd show your...
Dry cleaners.
Please shut up.
I'm so bad if I make a pot of coffee while we're waiting.
Oh, great. Good idea. Thanks, Blanche.
Rose.
Oh, I'll come help. What if I died, Dorothy?
Ma, you're not going to die. Now, look, I don't want you to talk. With just a photograph to tell my troubles to when I'm alone with only... Do that.
Yes, I do. I've just been in dry dock. I'm back now. I'm suited up, Coach. Put me back in the game.
Okay, but you have to listen to everything I say. When I say jump, you say on who?
Original Mickey Mouse Club sweatshirt that Roy wore. I got it at an auction.
Oh, my God, I love Roy. Oh, there was something about him. Woof. Oh, Dorothy, I just can't imagine a better birthday present.
Neither can I. Blanche? Same way about me, and I can't tell you how flattering that is. I mean, at this stage of a woman's life, to have someone instantly feel that spark for her is a dream come true. All right, maybe in the dream he wouldn't be a priest. But that doesn't make it any the less flattering.
Morning, when I leave the house, I see this bag lady going through the garbage over on 135th Street. She has everything she owns piled in one of those old shopping carts. Well, the other day, for the first time, I noticed she's about our age.
We have pheasant and we have wild boar.
How is the pheasant?
Do you like chicken?
Yes.
It's chicken.
Why don't you bring us a couple of grogs while we think about it?
Diet grog, if you have it.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale A tale of a fish.
All right, you twisted my arm.
It's good.
It's delicious.
It's garbage.
No, what are you talking about?
You can't fool me. I watched your faces. Neither one of you got the look.
What look?
The look that every cook knows and dreams longer. Wasn't he an impressive sight?
Oh, yes, Rose. But then again, who isn't when he's caught relieving himself and eating dinner at the same time?
Well, I think Baby looks a whole lot better today.
A pig isn't supposed to be green.
You should go and stick to your guns.
Right. I've made my decision. I'm going to stand by it. No matter what happens, I'm not going to turn back. I forgot my raincoat. Silly.
Now what'd you forget?
I forgot to
Criticize him.
Watch me.
Oh, Dorothy, don't ever antagonize a man who could answer the question, you in what army? What's your gripe with the president, anyway?
He calls himself the education president, but our education system has some serious problems. I see the illiteracy. I see dropouts.
Messed up in high school.
Well, it wasn't your fault. That was my mother's.
Actually, I've always wanted to thank you, Mother, for that night.
Why?
For not letting me take you out. She took one look at my clothes and my attitude, and she said it wasn't good enough for her daughter. Her little girl deserved better.
Now look, Ma, we have to talk about the money.
Don't worry, pussycat. Your sister and brother don't have to know anything about this.
Ma, I want you to promise that you'll send this money back to the government.
They're not good with money. They can't handle it. They spend $400 for a toilet seat.
That's a good bell.
Get the door.
Shrimp?
Sophia, isn't there anything we can do to convince you to stay? Well, Gunilla Ulfsdotter was a nurse at Cedars of St. Olaf Hospital. One night she was taking care of Sven Bjornsson. And he asked her if she would get him some more mouth moisteners and then kill him. Gunilla brought the mouth moisteners right away, but the killing thing,
You know, pussycat,
3, 2, 1. I can't believe
well, let's have a look at you. No, this is the first time a female doctor's ever examined me. Feels kind of strange.
I hear that a lot. You know, the truth is, despite the progress that women have made,